And I don't think we're in disagreement there, Jim. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Good morning, guys. How are you?
So you had a less expensive steel structure as option A, and option B was basically brick concrete structure.
Steel, absolutely.
One's going to last 50 years, one's going to last 100 years, and you guys went with concrete.
Absolutely. It was unanimous in both committees. So that we thought that was the right decision to make yesterday.
Yeah. So you're spending a little more, but you're going to get a lot more out of it. The other thing this does for you is it speeds up the process. Construction on the jail. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Construction on the Herkimer County Jail is expected to begin when?
We believe we'll have a shovel in the ground in this August.
How about that?
Wow.
And Jim, how long has this debate been going on over the jail?
Well, myself and 4 legislators went to jail school, which is a federal program, in 1999.
Wow.
And it basically picked up pretty seriously in the early 2000s.
Okay. So this has been a long time. Certainly has cost the county and the taxpayers there a lot of money.
Absolutely.
So, all right, tell me so explain how the deal goes down. On Friday, you came to an agreement with the owner to purchase the property, but the purchase price might change. Can you explain how this works?
Yeah, absolutely. We received the deed on Friday, which was great news for us. We've been chasing that for a while. We'll end up in eminent domain court. We paid our appraised price, which was about $584,000. That's put aside, and you'll end up in court, deciding on which appraisal was better, what price you pay.
Got it. And it could go as much as, well, you really don't know. The judge could rule, the arbitrator could rule. Are there boundaries, or could he just come up with a number?
Well, basically, Bill, the old days, you would have your appraisal, we'd have our appraisal, and the judge usually would, sit somewhere in the middle. That changed. You either go with our appraisal or the property owner's appraisal.
All right. And the property owner's, he's saying the value is what?
We haven't seen the actual appraisal, but he's been saying it's about $1.4 million.
Okay. And you guys are saying, what's the number you've offered?
About $580,000.
Okay. All right. So it will not be somewhere in between. It'll be one or the other.
Correct.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Unless a deal could be worked.
Unless a deal gets worked out before the legal process goes through.
Absolutely.
Okay. Jim, I do have somebody saying, and the village of Herkimer gets blanked. This has been a battle between the county and the village for a long time. And it cost both sides a lot of money. Do you think with this thing finally moving forward that the road will have more of a partnership between Herkimer and the county? What are your thoughts?
We're very hopeful that that'll happen. I think the big thing, Bill, and I stick to it, and I know you've had some people call you and say that's not correct, that I think we'll save anywhere from $700,000 to $1 million a year. That will give us an opportunity to look at some different things that would benefit not just the taxpayers countywide, but hopefully village and townwide as well.
All right.
Does the village get anything? A check?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
What have they been offered? What was on the table?
We've over the years, we've offered several, from $1 million to extra sales tax along with the $1 million. We offered to pay 2.5 times sewer rates, 1 3/4 time water rates. We've thrown a whole bunch of offers at the village over the years.
As it stands now, they get nothing.
Correct.
And
we feel the process has cost the county taxpayers about an extra $20 million.
Oh my gosh!
And I want to ask you too that is there any way that a monkey wrench could be thrown in? Could there be another appeal, or is this process completely over?
We believe it's over. We believe that they've turned over the deed to us, and we own the property as of Friday. I can't see one bill coming, but the way this process has worked, who knows?
I do have somebody else saying Village of Herkimer houses all of the Herkimer County property, and they're saying that they get zero in return, that the village gets zero. Is that true?
What we've always discussed, Bill, our biggest village is the village of Ilion.
Yep.
the assessed taxable value in the village of Herkimer is $23 million more than it is in the village of Ilion. And we believe a lot of that is due to the county buildings being there and the college being there.
Okay, so you feel that you're offering that amount, that you're offering that. How about the Quackenbush thing? Are you guys anywhere on that, how that's going to end up?
That's in the hands of the IDA, and to my knowledge, I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Okay, and then I'd like to get back to the jail. There were some ways that you guys were able to come in and save some money, and one of the ways that I read was to actually take the administration building, the administration portion of the jail, and separate it. They'd be in two different buildings, all on the same land, but they'd be separated. That saves money?
Yeah, the way we looked at that, I think two things there, Bill, what we're hopeful for. In the original proposal, it was about $4.6 million to construct a 9,400 square feet for the sheriff's administration. Looking locally, talking to local architects and contractors, we feel we can build that for less than $2 million. And we're also very hopeful that some local guys will be able to bid on that project. Where if you build in the jail, that's going to the competition there is going to be a little more difficult for them to compete. We think by separating that's two things. It's going to save us money and also get some local guys to bid on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
My take on that. I'm always for if we can hire local workers, that is key. And speaking of that, I have to tell you that structure over at the Pumpkin Patch, or I guess we don't call it that anymore, but the Tractor Supply structure. I drove by it again the other day. It is if you've not driven by this, it is enormous. That facility is incredibly huge.
Yeah, it's a great facility. They're moving right along. I think the news yesterday that they're trying to hire 290 people this year. That's a little few more than they had talked about before. That's just great news for the Valley.
Could also be over 400 when it's all said and done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With some opportunities to build additional space if things go well.
To you and the legislature, great job on that. And, Andrew and I drove by that on our way to the fundraiser for United Way, and we were like, what the heck is that?
It was like a field, then it was steel structure, and then it was, oh my God, there's walls.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah,
they've done a wonderful job on that.
And it was kind of hinted during our Christmas show that you guys are actually looking for more property for possibly another business park. Have you had any success going down that road?
We've had some conversations, and we're in the middle of conversations, and hopefully we can come to a positive end on that within the next couple months.
Well, listen, this jail issue looks like it is finally coming to a conclusion, and which should make people on both sides happy that it's finally coming to an end and something is getting done. So, Jim, we appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Okay, guys. Nice talking to you.
One last thing, one final quick question. From the road, from 28, what is this going to look like? I know there was a lot of talk about it's not really going to look like a jail. What will it look like?
Yeah, it'll look more like a regular office building.
Okay. All right.
Oh, interesting.
I think that will make some people happy. All right, Jim.
I hope so.
Okay. Thanks so much.